T to the V to the L to the I to the N to the E, TVLine.
Welcome back to another edition of Reality Check, your weekly deep dive into all things American Idol and The Voice. I'm Michael Slezak from TVLine.com. I'm here with American Idol Season 6 standout Melinda Doolittle, and we are unofficially sponsored by The Hawk.
This thing I call love, well, I just handle it.
All right, let's shift focus away from the bad and right into the good. Who did you love this week?
Boy George.
Breathing is, that is the key to everything, to pitch. It's breath, but it's really important.
I felt like he was saying things we've been saying for weeks, and finally it was in front of these contestants' faces, and they were hearing it from somebody that has been in this business for so long, and it was, I absolutely adore him.
I think you need to inhabit that a little bit more. She needs to not think it. Feel it, kid, feel it.
I feel like he's been watching the whole season, or at least he did his homework and watched highlight reels of each contestant, because he cut right to the heart of their problems. Now, contestant-wise, who got you this week?
I have to give it to Clark. That boy, he's so good, and that bridge of the song that they were worried about didn't give me any issues.
I think when you get to the really high bit at the end, something doesn't quite work for me.
Okay.
As a matter of fact, my favorite part of it was like when he got to the highest part.
Baby, baby, please.
And then like leaned back away from the mic and just sang something just because he could. Ooh.
He crushed that vocal. I loved the way he sort of clipped little phrases here and there.
Every smile you fake, every claim you stake, I'll be watching you.
I'm so heartbroken I can barely complete the thought. I could understand why intellectually you might say bring it down a step, but I thought the strain in those moments actually fit the almost mournful vibe that he brought to the song.
Look around, but it's you I can't replace. Feel so cold and I long for your embrace.
We saw Alex Preston do it in season 13, this same song, Every Breath You Take. He sort of threw out the stalkery connotation of the lyric.
Every game you play, every night you stay, I'll be watching you.
It just did not work for me. With Clark, I felt like there was an authenticity.
Every move you make, I'll be watching
Like he brought out a completely new meaning.
you.
I would give a close number 2 to Quentin.
Correct. I actually agree with you this week.
I knew you were gonna love him.
I've been waiting for this moment for all my life.
I felt like he worked on his pitch. I feel like it wasn't all the way there, but listen, I love what Quentin brings to a song, and that coupled with the skill and the technical ability is genius to me. Yes, that coat, listen, that collar gave me everything I needed.
And the hair.
He had it going on. The only thing I'll say is that I'm with Harry Connick Jr. on the fact that if we were to put all of his songs back to back, not only would they all be mid-tempo, but they would all be creepy.
It would be nice at some point to hear something more up-tempo, but I enjoyed that tonight.
I liked that he brought the menace out in the lyric. Like, he didn't shy away from it.
If you told me you were drowning, I would not lend a hand.
And still sort of made it sexy and weird and creepy. You know, he's sort of like giving me male Lana Del Rey.
We were born to die.
This was the week where Clark and Quentin really kind of separated themselves from the pack, but I thought Jax and Nick were right on their heels, a solid 3 and 4.
Definitely. And I didn't think I was going to think that about Nick just because of song choice.
Tonight for 80s Week, I'm seeing Man in the Mirror by Michael Jackson from 1987.
By the time he got to the end,
something clicked in him about midway through the song where it was like, oh, this is what I'm supposed to be doing on this show to get people excited and voting. And I hope that that momentum just keeps on going.
No message could have been any clearer.
Jax, for her part,
And you're to blame.
I love that she just dares to do so much and take so many risks.
Darling, you give love.
And give us a different mood and reinvention each week of herself, of her songs, of her look.
You give love a bad night.
It was a lot for 90 seconds, it was, but she kind of came off like a badass rock star, and most of the vocal sounded really great to me.
On your fingertip.
When she knocked over that piano bench and then grabbed that mic with one hand and then played the piano with the other, I was like, well, go ahead now. Get it, girl.
No one can save me, no one can save me, the damage is done.
It was like Cookie knocking out Anika with one punch. I know I bring up Cookie every week, but...
Look, I'm sorry.
She doesn't need to drop a mic, because she's just like...
Shot through the heart, and you're to blame.
You're gonna just play with one hand, you're gonna hold the mic like a badass, and then you're gonna just drop the most delicate vocal.
You give love a bad name.
I would put her at 3, Nick at 4, and now we need to talk about who disappointed us this week.
I feel like we didn't get the best representation of Rayvon this week. When they made it seem like he wasn't trying to hear anything anybody had to say.
It's technically so good, and I think it's just finding those little kind of things that are going to have raw moments. Yeah.
And that just, it's not the person I know, but it makes me so upset that he even gave them that soundbite to be able to use.
I definitely see what the mentors are trying to pull out of me, but I also believe in being who you are and being vulnerable in the moment.
It breaks my heart because Rayvon is normally like, he goes after it and he wants it so badly that he would do anything.
What I bring naturally to this competition is why I've been here in the first place.
He definitely listens to people around him. He's got mentors. Like, I
couldn't read him. I couldn't tell whether he was just going, no, please.
The edit was rough. The edit makes me worried that he may be out next week. I think it's gonna come down to Rayvon, Kasim, Daniel, or Joey. I think the edit of his package hurt him more than anything. I thought the vocal wasn't quite up to...
He went off the rails a little bit at the end when he was like trying to belt it all out.
Everybody wants to know.
With the adrenaline of making it last and all of that kind of stuff, it didn't land completely well.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to know.
But that boy's voice is butter.
Welcome to your life. There's no turning back.
I hate that it made it look like he didn't care.
I think for me, the disappointment of the week was Kasim.
I'm a vocalist. This is what I do. So you're gonna hear me sing a lot more this next performance.
You're coming in telling me that you're ready to prove you're a vocalist, and then you pick Addicted to Love.
Oh, you like to think that you're into stuff. Oh, yeah.
If this is the best you can do on a limited song, now you're making me think that all the people who yelled at me and said I was crazy for being happy about your save may have been right.
I don't think we were crazy for being happy about the save. I don't think that his vocal was even awful. I don't think that at all. I think that he hit some things that I wasn't expecting him to be able to do and to nail. So I was impressed by that. However, what I wasn't impressed by was that his judgment said, this is how I show America I can sing.
Can't get enough, you know, you're gonna have to face it.
Get a ballad and finesse it and show us your actual voice.
Even beyond picking a ballad, I think picking a song with an actual emotional point of view, not just I'm here to have fun or entertain you or show you a good time. Can you move me? You have got to be able to move us. And I think if he doesn't move us, he's gonna be moving on out.
Very nice.
I came up with that on the fly. I don't think he benefited from the edit this week either. The repeated mic drop and angry face, I don't think benefited him.
I wasn't mad at that.
You know, this is a show where everyone's like, you don't smile enough. Like, Elise Testone, you don't smile enough.
That's true.
God help those of us with resting bitch face. you know, it's a thing. Now I'm gonna get my active bitch face on. Let's talk about the worst of the week.
Here's the deal. I felt like Daniel improved this week.
Thoughts and dreams that matter.
I'm not saying that he wasn't the worst. I'm not saying that at all. I just was really happy to see some improvement.
Then you pull them all together in a house play.
If he's going to be with us, then the least that could happen is that we could actually hear improvement.
What do you love to do, man? More than anything?
Make people happy.
And for me, actually, vocally, Joey had a kind of worse night to me than Daniel did. As far as pitch goes and all of that, Daniel hit more of a percentage of his notes than Joey did, which is unheard of.
Oh, mother dear, we're not the fortunate ones, but girls, they wanna have fun.
I think at one point when she wanted to do they just wanna, she did That's All They Really Want.
Just wanna, they just wanna, it's all they really want.
Or else the transition between those two was so hinky and off key that it just sounded to me like she'd swapped one for the other. It was, I think I overgraded her when I gave her like a C. I think it was like a D.
I kind of blame us, though. I think, I kept getting tweets saying you jinxed her. And I'm like, did we?
The song choice was too on the nose, for starters.
Yes.
The jumping around hinky Elaine Bennis in Seinfeld dancing did not benefit her from a visual standpoint or from a breath control and pitch standpoint. And then the outfit was just...
How would you describe the ensemble?
I am Madonna in space.
It reminds me of like a Mean Girls kind of episode where they tell one person to dress up for the party.
Yes.
Nobody else does it. That's what that was for me.
They just wanna, they just wanna, they just wanna.
Look, everybody's had a blunder this season.
Everybody.
She deserves a pass on this week. If she goes home in 9th place, it will be an actual travesty.
She's not going to.
She could, for real, for sure. The minute I saw the outfit and the minute she jumped back and forth, I thought, that is the sound of people leaving the bandwagon and not voting. She could, for real, go home, and I'm scared of that.
I feel like I need to make you a cup of British tea.
A lot of highs and lows this week on Idol. I felt like The Voice, especially the Monday night episode, was all highs.
I'm a fan of the knockout rounds because we get to hear what they would do. They're not singing the same song together, trying to harmonize and sing it in the same key and all that kind of junk. They're just back to back giving you wonderful performances. And listen, I mean, I know Sawyer and Kimberly are our favorites, and they definitely lived up to that. But then Sonic and Megan and Mia.
We were emailing and you mentioned Sonic as one of your absolute favorites this week, and I thought, I don't think I gave her enough credit, because I went back and watched what she did with that Alicia Keys song. She just brought adult sensuality and coolness and was like kind of perfection.
The minute she started singing, I just stopped. I just stopped and stared and was like, yes, ma'am.
She's rising up a very crowded chart of 8 or 10 people I love. And I'm with you. Sawyer is almost supernaturally talented for his age and together and collected.
Even the wrong words seem to rhyme.
And Kimberly Nicole is just a beast. And picking that Sting song was so cool. And I thought Mia Z on Hold On, I'm Coming, I've never heard that song done like that. To put in, the dolphin whistle in a way that is elegant and soulful and makes sense and isn't just showing off is not the easiest thing to do. Lots of good people. I feel like we're on the brink possibly of the best Voice season ever.
I will actually remember these contestants after the season's over, which doesn't happen to me all the time on The Voice.
It's like the Fame theme song, Baby Remember My Name.
Remember, remember, remember. Okay, there you go. That's all you get.
That is plenty. I mean, I will live on that for the rest of the day. Thank you.